Welcome to the Cap Guy Show, starring JT, that's me, OG, original gangster, and the Cap Guy, and Virginia Slim. Good morning, folks. It's been a crazy couple of days. Went out sourcing yesterday, and mostly it was estate sales. And I got some really good stuff, and I'm going to show that to you. In lieu of what I sold, because I haven't shipped any of it yet, I've been pulling it, and I'm having a hard time finding a couple of them, but I know they're here. I just got to find them. Luckily, it's Sunday, and other than a couple of things we're going to do today, I've got to get the stuff shipped. I had 10 sales yesterday for around $200, and then I've had 5 sales already this morning, and those are good sales too. So, but I spent about $150 yesterday, and we went to a lot of estate sales. Most of them were company run. There was a couple that were family run. Those are good places to find vintage stuff. And one of the things that recently I've been looking for is vintage T-shirts, and watching Rally Roots and some of the stuff they're paying. Of course, I'm not going to pay 20 grand for a bunch of T-shirts, but hey, when you're making your money back, plus, if you can double your money, then, hey, go for it, I guess. It's hard to jump out there with that big of an investment, especially with the inventory that I have. I did at one of the first estate sales. As a matter of fact, I think it was the first one. I was walking, it was in a 2-story house, and I was walking, and a young man said something about JT. And I had a mask on. And I just heard JT. So I looked up and I said, "Did you say something about a JT?" He goes, "Yeah, you're that guy on YouTube." And I was like, "Holy smoke, somebody knows me out in public." So it was great meeting you, great talking to you. He hasn't been flipping that much. He's going to school, and I believe his girlfriend or wife is real estate. But we ran into each other a couple times yesterday and talked for a few minutes, and he's been watching my channel and some other people's. He's mostly into the hard goods, he said. And like I said, he's probably in his early 20s. But really, really nice young man. And, man, I appreciate you noticing. That's the second time I've been noticed. And the other one that noticed me. And by the way, when I'm making this video and y'all hear that's my John Deere clock. It has different tractor sounds, and it goes off every hour. In case you were ever wondering, not that you were, but I know Man Mountain Link will have a comment on that. Apparently they don't ride horses a lot in Tennessee, but if they do, they don't stay on 8 seconds. This is rodeo country, so that's what they do. But anyway, getting back to the story, Austin, his wife goes to the bins a lot, and he noticed me back in, I think, February at a yard sale on a cold morning, and that was cool. That's where I got the FOMO, fear of missing out, term. And but this young man yesterday just kind of blew me away. I was kind of giddy because I was like, dang, somebody actually noticed me on the street. I'm not Gary V. I'm not Lonnie. I don't get recognized a lot, but I only have, I think I lost another subscriber, so I'm at 223. I ain't going to comment on that. It ain't no sense in messing with it. I'll just keep going. I did send Rally Roots a message yesterday on the items that I found because he wants to buy bulk vintage clothing. And I'll show you the clothing. I paid $1 a piece for every item I got of the clothing, of the shirts and sweatshirts. They are all 90s, and they are all vintage. Some are single stitch, some are not. But we'll get into that in just a minute. And tomorrow on Monday, I will get into what I sold yesterday and today, and I'll give you the numbers, and I'll break them down. Again, I don't have them shipped, so I don't have them set up in my computer. But I thought it would be better to show you what I sourced, since you can always see what I sold, but sourcing is something that a lot of people haven't been able to do, so I figured I would show you some sourcing, even though it isn't live and on the scene. But we'll go in there, and I'll show you a couple of things I already have listed and put away. I found a Canon SLR camera, and I think it's a 1990. It was in the case, and it had an extra long lens. That lens is worth about $80. The camera itself is anywhere from $40 to $150. It is in really good shape. Came with the case and the accessories and stuff. So I've got those listed. I paid $40 for all of it. I got a couple of coins. They're worth about $15. A bunch of Happy Meal 90's toys that were still in the package and in the little, almost like a VHS case. Paid 75 cents a piece for those. Couple of perfume and a cologne. Ralph Lauren Polo was the cologne, and the perfume, I'm trying to remember the name of it now. Well, anyway, I'll get into what I picked up, and y'all can see. Now, the first one, it's single stitch. That's the reason I picked it up. It is, yes, I got to show you. Hard Rock Cafe, Boston. Probably not a lot of value, but it's a Hanes tag, which is also in a single stitch, which tells me, and for those of you that don't know what single stitch means, nowadays everything's double stitched on the sleeves, you can see it, and on the bottom hem, and this is a single stitch. That usually indicates that it's a vintage shirt. Not always. This one is just a Route 66 shirt, but it is 1990. So there'll be some nostalgic person, and again, it's on a Hanes tag, as you can see. So clearing some room here because I got quite a bit. This I wasn't sure of. I think it's vintage because it came from where all the vintage stuff was. It's a ZX. It's looked like a skateboarding, kind of a jersey, a little bit peeling. But for $1, I grabbed it. I'm going to switch hands here because I got a pile of clothes here on my bed. This one is Disney. Or actually, this is Six Flags. This is Six Flags. It's got Daffy on it. It is an old Six Flags theme park tag, and it is $19.97. And again, that's the stuff you want to be looking for when you're looking for vintage clothing. This one is $19.94. It is Tweety Bird, and the tag's off of it. But again, I've got the date on it, so that doesn't matter as much. And then as you can see, it was made by Sun Sportswear, and you got Tweety going away on the backside. This is a vintage Mickey Mouse, and as you can see, it's got the older Disney Unlimited Jerry Lee tag on it. This one's got some issues, but again, because it's old, and I'm just trying to get it straightened up here, the hanger came off. It is a Tigger, but it's a Pooh brand, and it's got a couple of holes in it, but I have sold shirts with holes in them before. It's a women's. It's kind of a baseball / sleep-in shirt. This one, it doesn't have a date on it, but it is the King, Elvis Presley. Thank you very much. And as you can see, it's on a Delta Pro Weights tag. The next one is another Looney Tunes type, another Tweety Bird. Who do you think you are? And you can see it's not a remake manufactured tag. 1995 Warner Brothers. There's nothing on the back. This one's a sweatshirt on a Jersey's Super Sweats tag. And it's Tweety, and it's raised embroidered sweatshirt. This one is Miss Betty Boop, and this is on a Turtle Bay tag, and this one is $19.93, as you can see. And again, I paid $1 for all these, nothing on the back. The next item is a Toltecs, which is a pretty common older tag. This is 1971, looks like the last year for this. And mostly cool mom. Should have had that out for Mother's Day, probably would have sold it. This one is Telluride, Colorado Ski Resort. Again, it's an anvil, and it is also single stitch. And it didn't have a date on it, but I knew it was old. This one is Pokemon Blastoise, and I know nothing about Pokemon. I just know what it is. $19.99 Pokemon tag, and it's got this on the back. And again, it's $19.99 Nintendo, and it's got number 9 on it. Next item, I picked it up just because it's a famous landmark and it's old. It's on a Fruit of the Loom best tag. It's the Peabody in Memphis. I'm assuming that's a hotel or a restaurant. And again, for $1 a piece, you take your chances. This is SeaWorld. This is actually the back of it. It doesn't have a date, but it's in Roman numerals. I'll just have to figure that out. Apparently, this lady loved going to Disney and Universal Parks. SeaWorld, Florida. And it's a San Seagal tag, sportswear. Again, that's telling me that it's not a current remake. This one should get some good money. This is on a discus athletic tag. It is Cheers, if you remember the series, 1990, Boston. And it's in really good shape. This one I grabbed just because of the theme. I don't know how old it is. And I don't know, it's a Winchester, and it's on a Winchester tag. It's got the rider on front. It's long sleeve, and as you can see, Winchester rifles. This one, Nickelodeon, Rugrats. Okay, this is a sweatshirt, and it's a kids, youth, large. And I was trying to remember, it's 95, I think, or 94. This one I didn't get. I thought I saw Hard Rock. It's Hard Luck Cafe Atlanta. I don't know what that means, but it's on a Fruit of the Loom tag, meaning it's vintage. The next one, hopefully I can get this without messing it up. This is Goosebumps, which was a kid's show on Nickelodeon. This is 1995. It is a pair of pajamas. And Goosebumps was kind of a kid's scary theme thing, but it's the whole set of pajamas. The next one is 1990. This is Walt Disney World, which is Florida. 25 years. And there you go. And 1990, because it was opened in 65. I went there in late 78 or early 79 when I was in the Navy out of boot camp. I went to boot camp in Orlando. Next one is Nickelodeon. Looks like a little bit of everything. Rugrats. Trying to remember all the other ones I used to watch with my kids. But you can see, and it's long sleeve, and it is 96, I think? 94, 96. The next is a Tweety Bird. I don't think it has it. Does it have a tag? No, the tag's been ripped out. It is a kind of a raised thing. I don't know. Again, there's nothing on it, no dates or anything, so I don't know. These I just grabbed. They're little kids' tops. Again, they're vintage Mickey Mouse, and I'm sure I'll sell those. They're long sleeve shirts. Here's another one that's similar on the same tag. As you can see, this one I grabbed. It's not that old, but it's got Kobe on it. It's got the Thunder, and there's the Lakers. As you can see, and then it's got the Thunder when KD and Westbrook and all them were here. So I grabbed it again for $1. You're not going to go wrong. Again, this one I grabbed because of the theme. I don't know how old it is. This lady had a few PBR shirts. I do have a couple of these that I haven't sold, so I don't know why I picked it up, but I did. It's a bull riding shirt. I paid $5 for this one only because of the design. It is Ralph Lauren. And this lady had some black label Ralph Lauren too, but I didn't pick those up. This one I should get some decent money for. This one I picked up, and it's not vintage, but it is Kid Rock. 2011, Born Free, and it is the tour, as you can see. So grab that. And then this one, Duck Dynasty from 2013. The only reason I grabbed this is because you got him with the surfboard. Uncle, I forgot his name now, but it's on an all-style tag. So, again, I'm going to grab some other things. I got some vintage Vans. These are probably women's, I guess. And the tag is different. I don't know if they'll go for a lot of money. I got to clean them up. But those are leather Vans. They're not. If you've seen me pick these up before, if you watch my channel, saw one not too long ago. This is a Wilson NCAA football. 1001, 1005. I paid $2. She wanted 3. I got it for 2. I got to inflate it. I sold the last one for $25, and that's about what they go for. So $2 into 25, I'll take it. And I paid up for these, but they're worth it. The only pair that I will pay up for are Rock Revivals. These are really good in men's jeans, but I believe these might be women's. They're 30s and they're Aaron. The name in the tag. And I've got these. There's James and there's Aaron and there's all kinds of different ones. But these are comped out at about $45 to $50. I paid $25. I paid 50 cents for Mr. Ernie. He is a vintage Ilco piggy bank. And I figure I can get about 15 for him. And then 2 games. Pinball is sealed. It's worth about $10, $15. PC game. And this one comped out. It's, what is it? Shivers. That's about a $30 game. And I paid, I believe I paid $3 a piece for those. So, all in all, like I said, I spent about $158. I got a camera. Oh, and I do want to show you a watch I picked up. I paid $10. He wanted $15. It's about a $90 watch. Just trying to find the case. Okay, here we go. It's and I've never heard of the brand, but when I comped it, it is August, and the last is G-A-L-A-N, Galen. It is working and running, and it is a neat piece. It's got a warranty card. I'm sure that's out by now, but you don't find a lot of watches at estate sales and yard sales that are working. But this comped out at about $90. So it's a leather strap. It is sterling silver, and it has some writing on the back. And then here, I'll just take it out and show you. What did I tell you when I can just show you? But you can see the piece moving. And I paid $10 for that. So needless to say, that was a good deal. And other than that, I'm going to be pulling some stuff out of my office today in the garage, getting ready for a yard sale in probably the next couple of weeks, maybe next weekend. I hate having them, I really do. I'd rather be at them and sourcing, but it is what it is, and I've got a lot of stuff I want to get rid of. Like I said, I had some pretty good sales yesterday, and I will go into those tomorrow. I just don't want the video to run an hour. Y'all have a great day. Again, it was great meeting you, young man. I wished I'd have got your name, but he said he watches, and to know JT and mention it and then say, I know you. I just can't get over the fact that somebody actually recognized me out there. And I said, I only got 220-something subscribers. How you know me? But he did. So it's all good. As always, I appreciate everybody's comments on my channel. Again, I'm just trying to grow the channel, trying to teach people how to do this. And I hope that y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe. And we will talk to you tomorrow. CapGuy out.